There's a lot of broke down, busted men who don't take care of their kids, okay? And they deserve to feel guilty. And they deserve whatever calamity comes to them as a result of it. If you are going to make children, okay, this is your progeny. For thousands of years of human history, okay, your seed has been the most important thing in life. People groups, nations, and tongues, tribes have put all of their effort and energy in procreation and making sure their line and lineage was sustained. A man who does not take care of his progeny is a man who honestly has neglected his intention and purpose, one of his primary purposes for living, okay, has abnegated his responsibility, and whatever calamity comes to him, he deserves it.
Okay, if I go back to your farm, who put the farm example out?
I did.
Right. To the farm example. Dad worked the farm, but didn't the whole family work the farm?
Yeah.
All the kids worked the farm. In fact, in those days,
they
the more
partnered.
kids you had, the more labor you had.
Oh, yeah.
So
we having twins?
So
Yes.
because everybody provide. I guess I'm going. Everybody contribute to the provisions of the family.
Exactly. Until this society where we had to go away from the family to go get provision and bring it back, right? Versus the whole family, because mom might be preparing lunch while dad and the kids are drawing water, feeding
Milking
the
cows,
milking
whatever.
cows, whatever. I'll go out there and do this for me,
Eat the
son.
chickens.
You know, because that's normal because we're all throwing in to provide. And, you know, but there is a leader in that pat, right?
Yeah,
And
but
so
the difference is, though, Josh, that in your example, you were trying to provide. You just weren't taught how to balance your checkbooks. You didn't understand the financial aspects. You didn't do that nefariously, or you didn't do that with ill intent. You didn't. You weren't. You were there. You
But he still felt the guilt.
Yes, you felt the guilt, but I'm saying that when you look at guilt, right, it's the state of one who has committed an offense, especially consciously, a feeling of deserving blame or of offenses.
Right.
You may have felt guilty in the moment. I honestly would argue that what you felt was not guilt; it was more shame.
Shame and embarrassment.
An embarrassment than actual guilt. I think men who don't take care of their kids and abandon their children and haven't seen their kids for 6, 7, 8 years, 10, 15, 20 years, those individuals is what we're really, for me, I think of. Those people should feel guilty. You should feel guilty because you were willfully neglectful.
But I was
and you didn't
willfully
take care
neglectful.
But you came home.
Before, I'm talking
You
about
wrapped
before
up
that.
the baby with a shirt. You still figured out a solution.
Right, but
what
before
were you-
that,
You said I asked her, did she have diapers?
Right.
And she said yes.
But also think about it like this, though. And this is just me, you know, taking accountability in those areas.
Okay.
I chose knowingly the possible consequences of unprotected sex
Okay.
and brought this child into this world.
Okay.
And that's supposed to be under my watch, regardless of age. And because of my shortcomings, whether it be maturity, lack of self-control, I am taking away from my child's experience in life because I wasn't ready to bear that responsibility.
Yeah.
So therefore, this was still, even though I can claim ignorance or whatever, it still was. Can't be like, oh, that's how you get a baby? Oh, wow. I hit raw intentionally because I believe she couldn't have a child. I told myself I believed that. And she came. I know, and I told this with Byron before, I didn't want to be here. Just with the way I came up. I felt like a burden, unwanted, all that, right? So if my child is going to be born, they didn't ask to be here. So I need to ensure that I do all things to help facilitate and help them grow to be the best adult version of themselves so that they can take their own responsibility from then on.
I agree, and that's what I'm saying, you know, Byron, is that what Josh is communicating is exactly the premise of my position, is that men have always taken pride in their progeny. A man who does not take pride in his progeny, to be quite honest, I question that individual's manhood. I don't think that you're a real man if you don't take care of your kids. I think that you're a coward. I think that you have not taken seriously the very real consequences of procreation. And again, children were the pride of a man's life. Your seed was the most important thing. Something happened in our modern society to where making babies became just a side effect of pleasure seeking, and you just toss your kid by the wayside and move on to the next thing, and that's the mama's responsibility to deal with. And that, to me, is the way of a coward.
Okay, why do you think men do that, feel that way? How come it's more rampant today than it has been ever in society, where men are making baby after baby after baby with this woman, that woman, that woman? In fact, I was watching YouTube the other day, and it had NFL players with the most kids.
Oh my gosh! The fact that that's a show is a problem.
Yeah.
It wasn't a show, but it was.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, and it's like you had this one who had, they started with one who had like 5, then 6, and then 8, and then 10, and then 11, with 3, 4, 5 different baby mamas.
See, my pops could have been on there if he was an NFL star.
Well, Cam Newton, you got Nick Cannon. You got men like this who in their minds have come to believe that sowing their seed, okay? But, I believe that at least Nick Cannon and Cam Newton, from what I understand, take care of their kids, from what I understand. Right. So that's another moral implication that we can talk about. But
I think that's
those
different.
Individuals take care of their kids from what I've heard.
But if you have that many kids,
number.
you can't give them, going back to that Pew study, you can't give them the time. You may
Exactly.
provide the money, but you're not providing
the
nurturing. There you go.
Exactly.